Alright, today we're going to be taking a look at an SMG that I think I might have been just a little bit harsh on when this thing released. We're going to be taking a look at the newest SMG in the game today, the Static. Now, I've heard a lot of people say in the comments section that this thing is almost comparable to the FJX. If you guys know me, I absolutely love the FJX. I do remember when I ended up trying this thing out during last season, I just wasn't that big of a fan of it. It just seemed like the power wasn't quite there, but everybody seems to be swearing by this thing, so we're going to drop in here in Season 6 and test it out today. Not only are we going to be doing a bunch of testing with this thing on the main map, we're going to go into the red zone, but we're also going to go into the Season 5 Dark Aether and just get some incredible loot on this run. With that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. Appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, rock the hell out of that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, guys. We're getting closer and closer to 24,000 subscribers every single day, and I cannot thank you guys for all the crazy love and support. It really does mean a lot to me. A big shout out to today's sponsor, you guys. All of your likes and comments and shares and everything really help out the channel, and we also do have a join button. If you really like what I do here, you guys can become a member of the channel. Get a little ghost next to your name in the comments section that will change as the months go on, and also you guys just really are the backbone of this channel and make it so I can continuously do this. And like I had mentioned to you guys before, when I ended up trying this thing out when it dropped last season, now I wasn't that impressed with it. I think on a scale of 1 to 10 I probably would have given it about a 6 or a 7. After today's run, I'm kind of thinking this thing is morely maybe about an 8 or a 9. This SMG really has some good qualities to it. Now I don't think it's quite as powerful as, let's say, the FJX or the FR Advancer, but the thing that this thing does have is that it is very quick, it's very snappy, and the power's not too terrible. After you pack a punch this guy, you're going to be sitting on 100 rounds before you have to reload, and if you slap on mega holding, you're going to be sitting on 900 rounds, which is pretty damn good, I do gotta say. There is a couple weapons in this game that will reach over 1,000 rounds with mega holding, but there's not too many of them. 900 rounds is actually pretty good. But yes, we did end up coming in here with like practically all the good loot underneath the sun. I wanted this SMG to be absolutely as powerful as we could get it. We brought in a flawless crystal, we got the mega holding, we also brought in a legendary ether tool, and I gotta say, we were melting through like these HVTs and stuff in the second tier zone, no problem. Even once we made it out into the red tier zone, we were taking on mega abominations and other HVTs. The one HVT I thought it could have done a little bit better with was going to be that Mimic. It just kind of felt like he was a little bit tanky, but those guys, for me, I don't know, they're very like hit or miss. Even when you're using the proper ammo mod, it's just sometimes they feel like they can take 1,000 shots and then sometimes they die immediately. Now the zombies out in the red tier zone were absolutely no problem. Even the armored ones were going down in like 2 shots. The bosses that are just walking around the map are no problem. I can really see why people love this SMG. It's definitely viable to do almost anything you want to do here in Modern Warfare Zombies. And it's a newer weapon, so I can see why people are kind of gravitating to this thing a little bit more. Now we're inside the Season 5 Dark Aether, definitely one of my absolute favorite Dark Aethers to come inside. I mean, especially for just hunting for some good loot. Love that one of the things that this Dark Aether has in common with the Season 2 Dark Aether is that you can end up finding any of those classified acquisitions in here. Yes, you do have more of a chance of getting the ones that are actually tied to this Dark Aether, you know, either getting that grenade bandolier, the disciple bottle, or the stash increase, but you do have a chance of finding everything else like the golden armor plates, ether blades, and stuff like that. I just think it's pretty cool that you actually have the chance of getting anything instead of just getting the 3 that are tied to the Dark Aether. We did end up running out of Elder Sigils, so we are just inside of the regular Dark Aether, but I gotta admit, it's still pretty tough in here. They send out a lot of zombies after you, I mean, especially during like this escort mission and stuff. We did also end up bringing in a disciple bottle, which lately these guys have been kind of hit or miss for me as well. Sometimes I'll pop a disciple bottle, and sometimes these guys will last with me throughout the entirety of the match, and then sometimes I end up popping a disciple bottle and they die off within the first contract. Or like it happened to me last night, I had no clue what happened. I ended up popping a disciple bottle before I went off to go fight the Redworm. Like literally, I ended up popping the disciple bottle like 2 minutes before I walked over to the Redworm, and he was already gone. I just don't know if he glitched out or if he died. He was just gone. Now for our first contract here, we ended up holding a refined crystal plus another disciple bottle, so I'll definitely be taking those. Let me know down in the comment section what is your favorite out of the friendly companions. Gotta say, for me, I really was wanting to like the disciple the most. I mean, when they first dropped him, I think he was just incredibly OP and just really strong. It was really hard to kill this guy off. Now it's kind of like 50-50. He can die really quick or he can last with you for a long time. But the downfall with the disciple is I don't think he actually ends up rezzing you if you go down, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the Sergeant's Beret. Not only is the soldier usually pretty damn tough and will follow you for quite a while, but I definitely know this guy will res you if you ever get into a pinch. Yet I know he can be a little bit glitchy sometimes, like if you have way too many enemies around you, he might not res you, and also there's kind of this thing where if you're inside of a building, sometimes he doesn't res you. I would like to say the friendly Hellhound, just unfortunately these guys die off way too fast. Love the fact that they can actually like teleport around and kind of res you from anywhere, but just the fact that they die off so fast kind of kills it for me. We're here doing our last contract inside of the Dark Aether, the Outlast, and the one tip tip that I can give you guys for this contract is pretty much just never stop running in a big circle. You sit down a sentry gun, that'll definitely help you out a little bit, and definitely bring in like some extra decoys or a Cashmere or two. Overall, I would just say spend your time just absolutely running from these guys and don't worry about trying to kill them too much. You spend too much time trying to turn around and shoot and all that, you might just end up down, and that's never fun. Look at that, guys. We ended up getting 2 more legendary Aether tools plus another grenade bandolier, so we got 3 legendary Aether tools, 2 grenade bandoliers, disciple bottle plus a refined crystal. Yeah, we did pretty damn good on the loot on this run. I've been hearing people say that the free dark ethers aren't giving out really good loot. I don't know, guys. I didn't use a sigil to come in here, and I ended up exfilling with some really good stuff. I wish we would have ended up getting an elder sigil, but that's alright. Definitely happy with what we got, and I gotta say, guys, this static actually surprised me a bit. Like I said earlier in the video, I think I might have been just a little bit harsh on this thing when I first reviewed it. It's actually a pretty damn good weapon to use. I'm gonna toss up that loadout up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to check it out. Again, I greatly do appreciate all the love and support, guys. Please drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.